That's a funny reward. Okay. Where's the music? Let's pause the Voobly anthem and let's jump into. Have I got game 3 loaded? Of course I have. I'm an experienced caster. I know what I'm doing. God, what,
Of
what a
course.
silly question. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm in the game. Are you in the game? You're
Not
not
just
in.
yet.
You're not in the game, are you?
In a moment. In a moment.
Oh
Can't
man.
this.
Checking watch. Hey, you're in the game.
Yep, game's launching.
Excellent. All right, you do the introduction this time because I always mess it up. So you do it.
Alright, so here we are. We have game 3 of Robo Hippo Over Suco27. In the north, we have Robo, who also happens to be myself, playing as the Goths in blue. And then in the south, we have Suko. Okay, so map-wise, my map looks absolutely amazing. I have 2 berry patches. I have 3 golds in the back corner. And then my main stone and my main gold are kind of false. But I think the rest of the map really outweighs that possible negative.
I choked on another lolly. It was a mistake.
Oh, I told you to wait
Someone in the
half
chat
the
said risk it for the biscuit, and I risked it, and it was not worth it. The biscuit was
Did you
not a
get?
decent reward.
Ah,
It was not.
feels bad.
It wasn't really that nice, to be honest. It
Okay.
it's gross. Anyway, sorry.
Well, do you want to introduce Suko's map, or are you
No, I'm good.
too
I'm good.
incapacitated?
No, I think I can do it. My throat's just a little bit husky, but that's fine. So over to the eastern corner, we have Suko playing in the red, and his map. I prefer Robos, to be honest. He's got one gold that's really far forward, definitely harassable by any sort of arrow fire coming in from over his walls. His main gold is a little further back, but still not as nice as Robo's back golds. He does have a little bit of area toward the back of his base that he can boom into. Not a heck of a lot, but he's got a little bit there. He's got 2 back stones and a back gold there as well. Obviously, for the Goths that both of these guys are playing as, stone is going to be somewhat important. Oh, no, it's not terribly important. You just need to get one castle, right? And then
Yeah,
you can
you
get
just
the
open one castle,
yeah.
get the text, and then go.
Yeah, exactly. And you're getting a few pot shots on his scout, so again, continuing just to be a complete and utter bully to this guy.
Yep.
You got the first pot shot. Yeah. Normally in Goth Wars, I've noticed people are like, yeah, go for Huskars, because I've got such high pierce armor. But it's just so easy to counter them as the Goths. I remember watching a game, I think it was from Viper vs. 8th Wonder, where they both played Goths, and Viper made a really basic comment, but it was just completely true, and that the Goths are just so easy to counter, like the Goths just counter Goths in every way that you can imagine.
Oh yeah, you just go for champions.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Champions, maybe mix in some hand cannons to get the infantry to put some smack down on the infantry, but the Goths just counter the Goths just so easily. So I don't imagine that we're actually going to be seeing too many Huskarls. And if we do see any Huskarls, I can. Oh, you absolute douche! Oh my god! Is there any way that you could be more of a dick to this guy? Yeah, apparently there is. You can steal his boar.
The villager comes out there and wastes all the villager time.
Oh my god!
But I
No,
lose a villager as
there's.
a moment for it, huh?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm okay with that. But
So I got
oh,
my just desserts this time.
yeah, exactly. But based on this guy's based on Zuko's performance, you seem to be beating him up to the castle edge and feudal edge and everything anyway. So you should be okay, even though you are a villager down. Although you're still actually a villager ahead, or on the same amount of
Equal.
villagers. Yeah, so that's okay. But still, oh my goodness gracious me! Stop stealing his stuff.
Oh, I can't help it.
It's just.
I just see it and then I steal it.
Yeah, you were almost
I've
gonna
been
kill.
watching too much of MBL's stream. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. MBL and Fee Age, you're just taking after them. But that was actually quite funny. Is there any way you could be more of a dick? Yeah, you can actually steal his boar. Oh, why are you lame? It's easy when look at him! Look what you've done to him!
And I know, I feel so bad now when he says that.
You've actually reduced him to.
I know, I felt so bad.
Oh man.
But then on the other hand, it's like, I stole his boar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty funny to be honest. Especially, it would have been funny if you picked off that villager that was going forward as well. But you know.
Oh, kill the villager and then lure the boar.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
Oh.
But I can imagine that even
I
if
don't trust my micro enough to be able to do that.
nah, fair enough.
To be honest.
But I can imagine that even if Suko does decide to go, the answer is 340. To Mr. Noan, as you can see here. I'll just leave it up there for a little bit for you.
But then after all the rotting, you only really get about 300-ish.
Yeah, exactly. Although it looks like he might have forgotten that Goths do extra bonus damage against Boar, because he's taken his Boar a little bit outside his TC, but
Thank you.
it's fine.
Thank you, you wonderful man.
Yes, thank you, you wonderful man, whoever just, I believe, was that a subscribed?
Nimino.
Yeah. Oh, was it
Yes.
Nimino?
22
Perfect.
months.
22 months, that's nearly 2 years.
I know maths is hard.
Yeah,
but
maths
we
is
made it
hard.
through.
Exactly, we did. Hello, Nimino. But yeah, even if Suco does decide to go for Huskars, it's gonna, yeah, like I said, it's so easily countered by champs that the Goths can just absolutely flood out of their barracks. So I can imagine there's just gonna be a champ, just a lot of champs, just champs. From what I can see, but again, now we just have to try and fill in the never do myth on stream. Now we have to try and fill in the time that it takes for you guys to hurry along with your builds.
I've just realised that I built a really horrible lumber camp on the left-hand side.
It's not terrible. You
Two
probably could have put it a bit better.
Over, there is a much better position.
Yeah, nice concave of forest over there.
It's just so perfect in that little gap, and I didn't do it.
God, the nitpicking that we're
so bad watching the back.
the nitpicking that we are reduced to while we're trying to wait for you guys to get up to the feudal and castle ages is ridiculous.
Yep. Well, Suko's now going for the deer outside his base again.
Milling? Oh, of course,
So
milling.
This is becoming a
bit of a habit.
Recurring theme.
Yeah, exactly. I think as the Goths, the Goths get what's it like extra 15 carry capacity on their villages anyway.
Yep.
So you probably just send a couple of villages out, 3 villages maybe, and you'll get pretty much all the meat anyway. So I don't think
so at the
would
moment,
really.
I'm clicking up the feudal age on 25 pop
With
because
stone.
I housed.
Oh God.
Because I forgot to build a house, so I had to go up at 25.
Ah, very good. And you're going over onto stone as well. Is there any reason that you would want to do an aggressive castle? Probably not. I mean, you can't really. Have you scouted anything? Yeah, you haven't scouted anything, so there's no reason that you would want to go forward with a castle. So maybe you're just going to place it defensively.
I am having a couple of nightmares of his forward castle though. So not that it would really affect me, but just like the memories of last game.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So maybe a defensive castle.
The mad panic trying to stop his castle is just a bit of a stress.
Maybe a defensive castle would be better for you then, once you get up to the castle age. Although you've got you've got 2 berry patches. That's something different.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is quite nice. Exactly.
Very slow gathering food, but it's free, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah. And what about? Oh, we haven't spoken about the relics. God, that's bad of us, isn't it?
Oh, we've still got plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just have a look at them now. So there's one relic between your guys' bases up to the north of the map. I would say closer to him.
Yeah,
Definitely closer to him. Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up too. Yep, exactly.
You don't really want to delete walls.
No, because you can't rebuild them. Exactly. You've got one that's pretty much the same sort of situation though. Just one just outside your gate, so you'll be in an okay position to take that. So it should be good. And the other 3, I suppose one of them is a little bit closer to him, the one down by the stone at the south of the map. But the other 2 are pretty much up for grabs.
Yep.
I would say.
Overall, I think it's fairly fair.
I think it's pretty fair. Especially since you managed to lame one of his boar. So I think it's pretty fair as well. Blacksmith market coming up for you. So not going to be seeing any knights or anything fun like that in the castle age. You're just going to be going for a boring old boom, I would say. And now you're selling stone and buying food. Oh, economy management, what is it? Although you've clicked up to the castle age before he's actually in the feudal age. Oh no. Alright, so it looks like my TeamSpeak is deciding to kill itself. It will continue to try and reconnect, I would say. But for the time being, we don't have Robo, which is bad. That feels very, very bad. So I'm gonna try and do a bit of a solo cast until my TeamSpeak decides to sort itself out. Sorry, Robo. Okay, so we've got Robo having clicked up to the castle age now.
Connected.
And now I'm connected. Excellent. Let's jump back into this guy here.
Channel switched.
Hi.
And Maddie's back.
I'm back, yeah. I don't know why my TeamSpeak is deciding to have a bit of a hissy fit.
Just for everyone's knowledge, this has been happening all day. I was sitting in a channel with him, and in the space of 20 minutes, he dropped and reconnected 10 times. So
I have no idea why.
this is nothing personal. It's not like he hates you on the stream chat.
No.
It's just shit happens.
I'm not really sure why. But anyway, you've clicked up to the Castle Age before he even made it into the Feudal Age. And now he's in the Feudal Age, and again, it looked like he was struggling a little bit for resources in terms of wood to get his buildings up. But he's getting his buildings up now, so all is well in the world of Suco.
But unfortunately, he's built his blacksmith to block the hole for his outside build, so now I have to walk all the way around the gate rather than letting in.
Oh no, that sucks. A little bit of efficiency has apparently not crossed his mind, but now he's up to the Castle Age. Very, very strange time, not one that we normally see. But Robo up to the Castle Age now as well, and he's building a new town centre. Hands up if we saw that coming.
My eco is so horrendously bad, I can't even build a castle yet.
I was gonna say that. Looks like you've got how many villages? Is that 8? That's 8 villages over on stone.
Well, because remember, I had to sell 300 stone.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so that 300, you would have been in a good position. But nope. Yeah, exactly.
No, I fucked it.
Yeah, you completely bollocks it up. But that's fine. You're up to the Castle Age. You've got so much time over your opponent though, so it doesn't really matter if your economy is a little bit unbalanced or not quite as optimal as you'd like it to be. Oh, you've scouted one of his golds now.
It matters on the inside.
It matters on the inside. So you've scouted 2 of his golds, his 2 front golds. So maybe you might be thinking, oh, a castle drop out there could be fun, but it's only going to zone him off one of the golds.
Yeah, it'd have to be right up against the wall
to actually,
the second gold.
Yeah.
Like the main one. And then he'd be able to see it, and he might, like, build a tower, or he might be making scouts or something crazy like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That would just be pretty dangerous.
Robo is not sick. But if you want to, if you want to give him a new mic, then by all means, go and subscribe to him. Oh, sorry, go and donate to his Twitch channel.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a sub button, so don't try subbing to me. Sub
Yeah.
to Boobly, and then give me money.
Oh, God.
And while I'm at it, I'll buy a better PC.
Yeah, why not? So a forward castle, oh, not a forward castle, sorry. A defensive castle being thrown up inside your economy. Interesting position. Can you talk us through why you decided to put it there and not try and provide a bit more cover for your golds?
I just threw it down somewhere. Near where the villages were, so they didn't have to walk too far.
Okay, fair enough.
The rough goal.
Okay. I suppose because your map is so good with the 3 extra golds at the back, it doesn't matter too much if you get pushed off if you get harassed on your forward golds as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it looks like you're going to be okay. And I can only imagine, because it's you, we're going to be seeing another boom game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's what it looks like.
It is indeed what it looks like. Your opponent, Suco, up to the Castle Age now as well, throwing up an extra town centre. Extra 2 town centres. Oh, this could be the game that he gets a better economy than you. Wheelbarrow coming in nice and early for him as well. Obviously, the Goths are very, very, what I always remember it, a very hungry civilization. They need a lot of food to keep their military production rolling. So the extra, yeah, so the extra TCs coming up for him hopefully means he's going to be in a good position when it comes to steamrolling you in terms of economy. A bit of a scout scuffle. Who's going to win this? Not you. Not you at all.
I stole a boar and I lost all my health.
Yeah, of course, and you can't heal your scout in the TC. One interesting thing, you're throwing up another town centre on your forward gold, which is good. Bit of protection, always nice. But neither of you have gone for a monastery yet. Or have you? No. Neither of you have gone for a monastery, so it's quite interesting as well.
But I'm making Huskarls.
You are making Huskarls. Ah, very good. I like that.
And actually, he does have a monastery. What are you doing, Matty?
Oh, he didn't by the time when I looked. He's only just got it up for me. Yeah, I checked just before. Now he's got a monastery. Monk coming out. Relic gonna be grabbed, which is all well and good for him. But if you send your Huskarls out there, his monk might die.
It might.
It might, but you're not gonna send your Huskarl out there. Instead, you're gonna try and attack his scout. Oh, so close.
Yeah, well, 'cause I don't want him to pick off my monk.
Yeah, okay, well, that's fair enough. Yeah, so that's one hit away from dying. His scout, so his scout's not going to provide too much protection or offensive anything. And a monastery finally coming up for you as well. What's with the numbers? What numbers? I don't see what numbers. Nah, in the chat. Oh.
11 means last.
Yeah.
B
Oh, it didn't do it for me. I must have muted the sound, and now I just look like a
Oh, well,
twat.
it laughed for me. Okay.
Oh
It went,
no.
"Ha, ha, 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 ha."
I just look like a twat now because I've just typed 11 along with you and nothing happened. Oh,
Nothing happened, yeah.
God.
You're just
Okay.
an idiot.
Yeah, a
What
little
you've
bit.
been doing with your life.
So, yeah, so the 11 is just is a laugh. A castle coming up for Suko as well. An interesting position. I might have liked to have seen it maybe a little forward to protect his golds a little more. Although we've already discussed
Yeah,
that.
I would have put it over near that gate.
Yeah,
Cover the gold. Sure.
yeah. He's keeping his farms nice and safe, but I don't think his farms were under as a.
Pressure to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. Although I suppose we were discussing before that even if you did go forward with an aggressive castle, you could only really zone off one of his golds. So maybe he's thinking, maybe he's not, he's probably not, but maybe he's thinking something along the lines of, even if he does castle drop me, I've still got a gold to fall back to. And he does have a gold in the back of his base as well, so he should be in an okay position. Village account, wow, you're so far ahead as well, although he does have wheelbarrow and you're only just grabbing it now. 3 TCs, I believe, for both of you guys, but you're 13, 14 villages ahead now, buying a little bit of food. Neither of you are anywhere near the castle, the Imperial Age, which is fun to see, but you're both going out and trying to grab the relics. It is a very slow boom game.
Oh, the monk and the Huskal. We're getting closer.
They are, here we go.
The foot race. Oh, and the Huskal turns away.
Oh, that sucks. Which civ was it last time that we were watching that had the that we were saying had the faster monks? I can't remember now.
That was the Korean mirror.
Korean monks. Ah, okay, my mistake. So you've got a goth player instead. We've got goth players here instead, but he's going to grab his second relic, which is all well and good for him. Do you have any? Why do you not have any relics?
Not yet.
Why are you
Well,
so?
he had his monastery up faster.
Why are you so bad?
I can't help it, okay? I'm just a noob.
No, okay, that's fair enough. Oh, you're going to pick him off though, because his monk has to go all the way around because he's sealed everything up. GG monk. He's not going to get his second relic, and he knows it in the chat as well. Oh,
Feels
just
bad, man.
God, stop bullying him.
And then I immediately drop my relic to go send my monk.
Fair enough. Okay, you've got a Huskal there protecting it as well. This is the most interesting thing that's actually happening in the game at the moment, is you guys just squabbling over these relics. And he's bringing his scout over now as well, but that's not going to do anything. One hit from a Huskal is going to just wipe it out. Would be cool if you could convert it, but no, you're just going to kill it anyway. Oh no, he escapes! You're housed again, by the way. But
I'm always housed.
forever housed.
Like, just accept it, and your life will be easier.
Okay, I accept it. I accept that you'll always be housed, but you've gathered two, or collected 2 relics, or rather, gathered 2
You
relics.
could possibly kill this monk down south if he noticed.
He could. Something tells me he hasn't noticed, or he's not paying too much attention.
Oh, thank you, you wonderful man.
Thank you very much indeed for the subscription, whoever it was. Ecthelion, Lord of the Fountain, thank you very much for your resubscription for 5 months.
Lord of the Fountain? How do you know it stands for Lord of the Fountain?
Because I am the man, and we both love Lord of the Rings.
Ah.
Yes, it's not ECT the Lion either, as I think I've seen someone try and pronounce his name before. That's quite funny. At least I hope to heck that it's Ecthelion. Otherwise I'm going to look like a right twat. But you've clicked up to the Imperial Age now. Scale mail armor coming in. So I can only imagine that we are going to be seeing the infantry that the Goths are just oh so famous for. And at this stage, seeing as though you're so far ahead, you might even be wanting to just keep rocking out with the Huskals. Just send them straight into his economy.
Look at that technology that I'm researching.
Anarchy. Very good.
Matty, you're so on point today.
With the what?
With the predictions.
Yeah, I'm
You
actually...
haven't even seen the games. Like, I've seen the games.
and you can't even remember what's going on.
I'm not even predicting it that well.
Exactly. He's throwing up a defensive siege workshop, and I can only pray and cross all my fingers and all my toes that it's going to be for Scorps. Please, please, please let it be Scorpions.
Or maybe bombard cannons. You were hyping the bombard cannons up earlier.
Yeah, I'm not so excited about them in this game.
Oh, feels bad, man.
Yeah, I've kind of gone off them now. I've moved on. I'm more excited for Scorpions now. Oh, I love you, Matty. Yeah, exactly. So we have 2 siege workshops being thrown up in defense, and Suko's actually up to the Imperial Age as well, and he's only a few villages behind you. So it looks like he's playing. He had a bit of a deficit at the start, losing a boar again to you. But it looks like he might be playing a bit of a better game. Maybe he just needed to warm up for 2 games, and now he's going to be able to pull a game back. Could be a 2-1 victory for you. but he's throwing up some barracks as well. You
And
are
doing
also,
anarchy.
yeah, and doing anarchy and chainmail armor, all those infantry upgrades, and you cheeky little petardino. Look at these petards coming forward. I guess you've realised that it takes a little bit of time to try and bust in through stone. Oh no, you've got through the stone wall.
No, he did lead the stone wall. Remember when he went out to the deer?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, either way, you've got petards out, so this could be quite fun to see. Masonry, man-at-arms, and squires, so maybe it looks like he's correctly predicting as well, or at least reacting correctly to what you're doing. Looks like he's going to be wanting to go down the champion route, which is exactly what we were talking about in the beginning of the game. The Goths just countered the Goths so effectively and so easily, and the Pitardinos! Here we go, bada boom, and in go the Huskarls. No elite Huskarl coming in just at the moment, but 6 plus 2 pierce armor. Yeah. 6 plus 2 pierce armor. Man, they don't even care that castles are firing arrows at their head. They are just going to run straight in.
Straight in and attack the house.
Yeah, I was going to say straight in very, very soon. Imperial Age now having been done for Suco. Long Swordsman upgrade coming in as well with conscription straight out for him. Yeah, Scorpions! We see Scorpions coming out for Suco. Well, Scorpion. So Scorpion now out for Suco as well. It looks like he might have been in an okay position if he had have got up to the Imperial Age maybe a little bit sooner. But I don't know, we shouldn't count him out just yet. He's got the perfect counter
Well,
to what you're
if he
fielding
had,
at the moment.
A palisade wall between his castle and that house,
Yeah.
so that I couldn't get in.
Exactly. Might have been in a
And
better
just little
position.
bit more time, I think he would have been fine.
Yeah. Although, in saying that,
Swordsmen do okay versus Castle Age Huskarls.
yeah, which is what you're still fielding at the moment.
Swordsman, then he'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, exactly. Although it looks like there's just too much blue here for him. Unfortunately, obviously, normally we say that if your enemy is fighting underneath the town centre in a castle, then you're in a pretty good spot. But with Huskarls, it's just not true at all. They don't care. They're just shrugging off the arrow fire like it's nothing. 6 plus 2 defense is just absolutely astounding. And even though he's got the perfect counter out for you, you've just got the numbers at the moment.
Yeah, well, because his aren't fully upgraded yet, so it's still a fairly even fight. He needs at least 200 swordsmen to really comfortably take fights.
Speaking of which, that's what he's upgrading now as well, which is really, really good to see.
A little bit too late though.
Yeah, it is.
4 times the army.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for him to hold this back. Your Huskarls are just sitting at the base of his castle. Is going to start ripping through that as well. Long swordsman coming in for you, so you're switching into the, not exactly the counter, but probably a better unit choice to try and take down his. Yeah, exactly. Because those Huskarls are just going to do so much damage at the back of his economy if you send them back there, and then you can just start bringing in the hopefully soon to be champions as well, just to start taking down his two-handed swordsman. But he's doing okay. He's holding on. I mean, admittedly, it's not looking great for him, but he's holding on, kind of.
Well, the main issue is if you have a look at his economy,
Yeah.
he has 800 wood and 100 food at the moment.
Yeah.
So he can't really afford to make 200 swordsmen.
No, he can afford to make a crap ton of barracks, though. He just can't afford to produce out of them, which is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, there's just too many Huskarls. It's just the numbers. I mean, he had the right idea, obviously, tacking into, and well, correctly reading the game for a start, which is really, really impressive. But he just didn't have the numbers to be able to push back all the freaking Huskarls that you're putting into his base. And there's the GG.
There it is.
Yeah, indeed. He's saying this is a high level game. This is the highest of the high. We've got Robo playing. You can't.
Robo casting.
Yeah, you can't get too much better than that. And if you're fighting under an enemy castle in town center in a high level game, chances are you're already winning by so much that doesn't matter. Yeah. I guess. I'd like to say that I'd like to bring about a counter argument by saying that I always fight under castles and town centers even when I'm losing, but then I realize that you add the qualifier of a high level game, so can't really bring that to the table. But well played, well done Robo, a 3-0 victory for you in this set of 3 games. Very well played, and well played to Suco as well, if he's still chilling around in the chat. I think you did pretty well. Robo was 200 points higher than you or something like that.
And plus 3 wars.
And yeah, in 2 of the games. I think Suko he's done 2 things. He's played very, very well for himself, and he's gained the chat's love. I think that's the main. I think, at the end of the day, that's the main victory here. Everyone loves Suco, and everyone thinks that Robo is a laming douche, which I think is
makes sense.
yeah, exactly. But no, well played to both of you guys. There's very, very fun, entertaining games to watch, and thank you very much for joining me as well, Robert.